I'm reserving my right to change my pick, but I'm gonna go with Penn State at home.
That's a good pick. Good pick. This is where I catch Seattle. Don't try to switch up now. I got the Buckeyes, and I'm gonna tell you why I got them. Will Howard, and y'all know I'm not a Will Howard guy at all. At all. I'm not even gonna act like I'm a Will Howard guy. This could come back and bite me in the you know what because he may want this game so much. The kid is from Pennsylvania. He wanted to go to Penn
For Penn
State.
State, yo.
That was his dream school. He grew up a Nittany Lion fan, and they thought he wasn't good enough. And the kid seems so amped up for this game. It's almost like he chose to go to Ohio State for this very reason. I just think that they're going to find a way to get it done. I got the Buckeyes walking into Happy Valley and getting the dub.
During a whiteout?
During the whiteout. And if Will Howard wouldn't have said that, I would have picked Penn State. But Drew Allen being a little banged up and Will Howard saying that, I'm gonna take Ohio State.
Yeah, I got Ohio State also. It just doesn't matter if it's in a whiteout or not. If it's in the horseshoe, Ohio State's just the better team overall every year. They play. Penn State just can't win these big games, man, and they're just. Ohio State's just better overall defensively. They're better overall offensively also. I'm taking Ohio State.
Hey, I said I reserve my right to change my pick. I just looked and saw that they're playing it's a whiteout, but it's during the day. Oh no, man.
Yeah, it's a noon game.
Yeah, I'm going with Ohio State, man.
Oh man.
I'm going. One thing about Happy Valley is like a SEC environment at night. This is not night. This is not night. That white not gonna really make a difference with that sunlight out there. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with Ohio State, bro.
Okay, Drew Aller, I don't think is gonna play. He left the Wisconsin game and never came back in, and it was a close game. So that tells me it's a little serious to not come back in the same game in a close game. That tells me he's not going to play. And Will Howard really wants this game. I see Ohio State winning this game, and Ohio State can't afford another loss right now. So I think they're more desperate in this situation. I think the best thing for Penn State would be to actually, if they're going to lose without their starting quarterback. That's going to help them on the back end. I've got Ohio State, even though I'm really sold on Penn State this year. I think they're going to be scary come the playoffs, but I've got Ohio State this Saturday. So that is it for the college picks. Reek's got Ohio State as well.
Everybody got the Buckeyes.
Yeah, man. That was I didn't even know. I'm definitely Ohio State. I didn't know Drew Allen wasn't playing.
He's a game time decision, but he did not come back in a close game. That tells me you're out for a couple weeks.
I was trying to pull a fast one on C, man. I didn't want to say. I just said he's kind of banged up. I didn't want to say he won't play. But
nah, man. And bro, like I said, man, I'm not a superstition kind of guy, but I am. But I'm a mental guy. Like some people are big on X's and O's. I'm big on the mental aspect of the game. All right. So certain things affect the team big to me. Penn State playing at night is a different atmosphere than them playing a noon game. It just is. You might well be playing over here at Clark Field at noon. It's not a big deal, bro. So
do you think that Will Howard coming out and saying what he said?
Oh
that's good. No, I'm saying that's gonna rile up Penn State to want to get the win even more.
No, I don't think it's gonna rile up Penn State at all. I'm kind of scared about the Will Howard thing, like you said, him wanting to beat him so bad, he might go out there and start trying to force it. But Drew Allen not playing, that's solidified it for me, man.
Hey, I just want to say this though. I want to say this before we get out of here. Unpopular opinion. I like Penn State Coach Franklin more than I like Ryan Day. I'm just gonna tell y'all that.
I actually agree.
Right.
Not big on Ryan Day either.
Ryan Day don't win the big games, man. He loses a lot of versus
And
top
and,
five
and
teams.
and he's had the best talent in
Best
the Big
talent.
Ten.
Yep.
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 I don't know. You might be saying that because Brian Day's white. But anyways, man, let's go to the next topic, man.
Bruh, what are you on tonight, bro?
Yeah, I don't know
Bro,
what
I
this
said
guy-
next topic. We're going to the next topic
bro,
right
I'm
now.
worried about you. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you. After I was rudely interrupted. But just a quick update on the game, man. The World Series going down right now. It is 6-4 Yankees right now. The Yankees just hit a home run in the 6th inning, so it's 6-4 down in the 6th inning. All right, so we're going to the NFL right now, man. And before we get to the actual talk, we're going to talk about some trades that actually happened today, man. Deontay Johnson gets shipped to the Baltimore Ravens, man. What's your thoughts on this trade, man? Deontay going to the Baltimore Ravens.
I know he is ecstatic. He's got to be the happiest NFL player in the world right now. Boy, that boy, he's leaving the Panthers to go to the Ravens? Bruh. I bet you, hey, bro, if you ever needed to shoot a television commercial for toothpaste and a smile, they could have used his smile today when his agent called him and told him that the trade had gone through. I guarantee he was smiling from ear to ear, man. They could have used him for a jack-o'-lantern this Thursday, bro. That's the biggest thing that probably happened in his NFL career, bro. And I'm happy for him. I hate for anybody that's a good player to be on a losing organization, a losing and see no way out. I hate for that to happen. So him taking that step and going to Baltimore, getting to play with Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, and the rest of them boys, man, he's a happy camper, and I'm happy for him.
Yeah, I'll say this. Kansas City added DeAndre Hopkins. You know, we're looking at the teams that's at the top in the AFC, the teams that we think are going to defend, have a shot at the Super Bowl. They went out and they got DeAndre Hopkins. The Buffalo Bills went out and added Amari Cooper. They didn't sit back and say, you know what, we're good. You know what, they're adding talent. We're going to add some talent too. And what I like about this move is they almost kind of pulled a fast one because they knew Pittsburgh would never trade Deontay Johnson to them, being that they're in the same division. And Deontay Johnson got traded to the Panthers, and who knows them better than the Steelers? Outside of the Steelers is the Ravens. They got to play him, and the Ravens said, "You know what? Give me that guy. I saw him 2 times every year. Let's go get him from the Panthers." And I just think that when you add him to a roster with Flowers, like you said, King Henry, Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely, and of course Lamar Jackson. This is scary, man. They're just adding to that talent. So I like the move for him because everybody was trying to make a move. I would have mentioned the Jets adding Devontae Adams, but at this point, that's looking irrelevant at this point. But I like what Baltimore is doing because I like when somebody, thinks they hit a checkmate and they're like, nah, hold up. Game not over. Checkmate back or check back.
Yeah.
So I like what Baltimore did there.
Go ahead, Yvonne, before I
yeah.
drag Lamar Jackson.
Here we go.
Pittsburgh sent Deontay Johnson to die in Carolina, and now Baltimore's like, well, you're going to see him twice a year.
Yeah.
It's a good move. It's not anything like franchise changing where I'm like, oh, the Ravens are definitely going to the Super Bowl. It's a good move. It helps Lamar Jackson. It definitely doesn't hurt, but nothing insane. I will say Deontay Johnson has complained a couple times when he hasn't gotten the ball, even in Pittsburgh. So I don't know if that's going to happen in Baltimore because they've got Mark Andrews, they've got Derrick Henry, they've got Zay Flowers. So as long as he's patient with the Ravens and Lamar Jackson, this is a good move.
And I'll add to that, Yvonne. Playing in Carolina had to humble him a little bit.
I hope so.
Now it could always be worse.
So hold on.
He had to been in Pittsburgh, been like, Man, I'm over here trying to catch passes from Mason Rudolph. This is bullshit. They can send me anywhere. And they was like, bet, we're going to see the Carolina. And he was like, oh my God, where's my boy Mason Rudolph when I need it, bro? It's horrible being in Carolina right now, man.
So I didn't realize, the reigning defending MVP, this year's MVP favorite actually needs help. First of all, I think people are overreacting with Deontay Johnson. Number one, Deontay Johnson ain't no damn wide receiver one. He was never wide receiver one in Pittsburgh. He was never a wide receiver one when they played in Carolina, as bad as that team was, and going to the Baltimore Ravens. He ain't, for damn sure, ain't no damn wide receiver one. We talked about Deontay Johnson complained a lot. You think he's not going to complain if he doesn't get the ball? Because the Ravens don't throw the ball on a high rate like that. They don't throw the ball like that. So if you think Deontay Johnson is not going to complain, you're going to hear him complain, all right, because this team is about running the ball when it comes to Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, and we're gonna see how much help Deontay Johnson is gonna help this team. I think it helps them a little bit. I don't think it's a huge upgrade. I don't think it's a huge splash. I don't think it's like, okay, the Chiefs need it's enough to beat Kansas City or to contend with the teams like the Buffalo Bills. I think people are overreacting like this, and I think it doesn't make their team any better. It doesn't make their team any worse. I think they're still stuck at the same spot when it comes to Deontay Johnson.
Y'all have him number 2 or 3 in the power rankings without him.
Oh,
I'm just throwing
the
it
Ravens?
out there.
Who, the Ravens?
Before this past week, they lost to the Browns. People had them number 2 or 3 in the power rankings as far as what the Ravens was doing.
Yeah, exactly. They're better. They would be better without Deontay Johnson.
Oh,
I don't think it does. I don't think it makes them. I don't think it makes them any better. I don't think defensive coordinators are scared to be like, oh my God, they got Deontay Johnson. Let's dial up a good strategy and game plan on our defensive side. They ain't gonna think like that. That shit don't scare them. Nobody's afraid of that. Cornerbacks ain't afraid of Deontay Johnson. Cornerbacks don't double team Deontay Johnson. He doesn't make this team any better. And it's bad enough. And this team runs the ball on a high rate. They don't pass like that. So we're gonna hear Deontay Johnson complaining a lot this year.
I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but what would be funny is if they had the little SpongeBob thing. Like a few months later, Deontay Johnson and the Baltimore Ravens win the Super Bowl.
Not because of Deontay Johnson. The only way this team wins the Super Bowl is because of Lamar Jackson.
I agree. I think Lamar Jackson is definitely the guy over there. But I do think it makes them better.
But I'm just surprised, an MVP like at his stature needs all that help.
Well, speaking of power rankings, I remember last week all y'all had Lamar as MVP, and then he goes and loses to Jameis Winston. Just pointing that out there. I didn't have him first,
You had Derrick Henry, you're right. Then you have
he balled out. Lamar Jackson over here.
Lamar didn't play well.
He played like he was blind at times. I don't know what y'all saw.
Did Derrick Henry not lose to Jameis Winston as well?
He did well though.
You already doing
He did.
Lamar didn't play well. That's what you said. Didn't. Oh God.
Bro, you're oh my God, nothing, bro.
All right, man. Let's move on over, man. We're gonna talk about the New York Jets right now. They lose once again, 5 straight games to the New England Patriots.
Oh my God.
Out of all people. Man. With that being said, man, is their season over now, man? The New York Jets?
Hey man, if I had to say it was a team that's having a rougher go than the Saints, it would be the Jets, man. It would be the Jets, and it's all because of one guy.
Oh God.
Wow. Aaron Rodgers. He is the problem. X keep talking about he wish we'd have got him. I'm so glad we didn't get him.
Bro, we're not doing any better. What are you talking about?
Bro, we're not doing any better. We're not doing any better. And look what he's doing.
Bro,
So what are you talking about?
I'd rather him.
Bro, you rather him and we be in the same position?
Hey, I'd rather him.
This man told us he didn't like the coach. They got the coach out of there. You bring Devontae Adams over there because you have to have all his homeboys over there. You go get him. You're 0-2 with this dude now. And it's not because Devontae Adams is washed. It's not because of that. Somebody is the problem. It's not the coach. Can't blame him. It's not the receiver. You can't blame him. You was sucking before he got there. So who's the common denominator in all this? The person who was supposed to come back this year and save the Jets. This man looked like Zach Wilson right now, bro. You were doing the same thing with Zach last year. I think Zach might have had a better record at this point last year. Bro, Aaron Rodgers. It's Aaron Rodgers. He's too much of a diva. He wants everything his way. He's a spoiled brat that thinks he knows everything, thinks he's higher than everybody. And guess what? He's showing who he is right now. He doesn't equal wins. This is not 2017. This is 2024.
That's a big statement. I ain't gonna lie. Keo, you might have to put that picture out there. This is not 2017. This is 2024 from Mr. C, the trendsetter, the whole damn show. Shout out to him, man. Wow. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm not shocked. I am shocked. The Jets are terrible. I'll be the first one to say I didn't think the defense was going to be as bad. And I'm not calling them bad, but I just thought they would play a lot better than what they had been playing. I thought the running game would be a lot more effective with Breece Hall. Me and Yvonne came on this show and was like, Breece Hall will be one of the best running backs in fantasy this upcoming season. He's not terrible, but it's just not what we thought it was going to be. Does Aaron Rodgers have to take some of the blame? I'm 1,000% with you. See, he has to take some blame. You know, you got rid of the coach. You bring in Devontae Adams. You can't lose to the New England Patriots. I thought the Patriots wouldn't win a game this year, and they just beat y'all. So 2-6. I'm not going to say they have no shot, but if I'm a Jets fan, I'm starting to panic because you got teams like the Broncos who only have 3 losses. You have teams like the Chargers who's decent. You got, we already know about the Ravens. And then you got a team like the Steelers. Shit, with Russell Wilson, who I thought was washed, they look so much better with Russell Wilson. I just think there's only 7 spots that you can go and get. Tua, yes, they lost this week, but I think Tua's going to play better moving forward now because that's the first game back from a serious injury. He didn't play great, but I think he'll play better moving forward. So, yeah, I think the Jets are pretty much done. If I was to say on a scale or how close am I to pressing the panic button, I mean, my finger's on that thing, and I'm kind of like pressing down, just not all the way down yet. But it's right there.
Man, hey, let me say this real quick. Aaron Rodgers is what all LeBron haters say he is, but he's that for real.
Oh, wow.
He's a coach killer. He tried to be the GM of a organization, and he's terrible at it.
Wow.
And he hadn't won. It doesn't equal up to any wins. Braun has won a championship for every organization he's been with.
Wow.
But you're here admitting that LeBron is a coach killer.
No, I said he's everything that they say he is.
He wasn't listening.
All right. Time for someone to make sense around here.
Yeah, go ahead. Make some sense, man.
Yeah. All right. So I chose the Jets to win the Super Bowl. So I am completely shocked at how they played. Now, one thing difference between Aaron Rodgers and LeBron is Aaron Rodgers actually takes blame. If you look at his press conferences, Every loss he's said, I've got to play better. Every single one.
He's
Every
also
single one.
said he's also done something LeBron has never done. He's called out a teammate and said that it was he's got to run the right route. He's also done that, and that's not the only time he's done that.
I'm pretty sure I can find LeBron saying that. I'm pretty sure I can.
I bet you
But
can.
it doesn't matter. LeBron's actually never taken the blame for his L's. That's for sure. Rodgers has taken blame on every press conference during their loss. You can look it up yourself. I've paid attention to it closely. Now, I don't think Rodgers is the biggest problem. I do think he needs to play better. The offensive line is trash. The coaching is clearly not the issue because now we're seeing that they're even worse without Robert Saleh. I think we were all on board there saying that he got prematurely fired. I actually do not think Aaron Rodgers had anything to do with that, though. I really don't. I think that is terrible ownership. Woody Johnson is terrible. He was panicking and fired Saleh. That's the difference between the Steelers and the Jets. I'm glad X you brought up the Steelers. What's the big difference? Because we all thought Aaron Rodgers is probably better than Russell Wilson at this stage. I still think Aaron Rodgers is better than Russell Wilson at this stage. What's the difference? Ownership and coach. The Steelers are more stable. It has to be stable up top. And Woody Johnson, and obviously they fired their coach, so they're not stable up top. They're like I said, their offensive line is trash. Their defense has not played nearly what I thought the defense would play. I thought the defense would be the best defense in the league. That's the reason I picked them to win the Super Bowl, because I was thinking, okay, defense is going to be number one in the league. So Aaron Rodgers, Breece Hall, and Garrett Wilson are just going to have to be themselves, and that's going to be enough. Breece Hall hasn't shown up. Garrett Wilson has dropped some balls. I'm not going to blame Devontae Adams. He's been there 2 weeks. So I really think that it's a combination of multiple things. Rodgers has to play better. Ownership sucks. Defense is inconsistent. Offensive line is crap. So I honestly think it's a bad combination of everything. I'm not defending Rodgers because he's also hasn't played great, but he has taken ownership of his L's though. He really has. And he has blamed Mike Williams as well. And it is what it is. Michael Jordan blamed teammates. Well, I don't really care about that. I care more so if you're pointing fingers, make sure you point at yourself too, and he's done that.
The Jets are gonna make the playoffs, Devon.
No.
My boy that gave up on his Super Bowl pick already. Golly.
I just think they're too big of a hole to pull themselves out of now. I really do.
I don't think their season's over. I'm not giving up on the Jets just yet. I think this team is too talented to just rule them out like that. Like I just not just yet, man. If C's not willing to give up on the Saints season, then why should I give up on the damn Jets season?
Good point. Good point.
I mean, which is for C.
On the Jets? Why?
What was that? I didn't hear you.
Who's injured on the Jets?
Doesn't have to be.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
you have a new head coach. You also got a new play caller. So players got to get familiar with that system that coach is trying to run, and be familiar with the play caller also. But I do blame on Aaron Rodgers though. I'm not going to give him the full blame. I see them overthrowing some passes. There's times where it's like a sense of urgency. There's passes that were like, I'm like, where is he throwing that ball to? So there's times I question that. Obviously drop balls also, like what Yvonne mentioned. What's his name? Breece Hall. He's been playing very inconsistent also. There's times where you see moments from Breece, then it's like, okay, where was the Breece Hall that we expected? Then also I gotta blame it on the defense also, man. The rush defense ain't so great. The pass defense is so great. We people talk about how Sauce Gardner looked like the best cornerback in the NFL right now. Don't look like it to me. I see him getting beat in deep routes against New England Patriots wide receiver with Drake May throwing them the damn ball. But then again, I do see DJ Reed getting beat also. So I gotta be fair with that when it comes to Sauce and Reed also. So and
You gotta understand that was that LSU boy, Keyshawn Booty.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I see you.
Still irrelevant.
Then obviously, the coaching deserves the blame also. So I think everybody deserves the blame, though. Obviously, the quarterback, they get a huge portion of the blame because it's a high profile position, and the first blame you point at is the quarterback. You don't majority of times you blame the coach, but it always comes to the quarterback at the end of the day, man. So I don't think their season's over, man, but it's not good right now, man. I think the Cincinnati Bengals could possibly be in that same boat with them right now also. So yeah, it's not good right now for them.
Man, just go back to Aaron Rodgers real quick. Him blaming his receiver. I know we had a whole totally different energy for Shedeur Sanders blaming his offensive line, and he didn't even call him out. He just said how many times did what's his name get pressured?
Well, that's because Shedeur never took any responsibility for his play.
Bruh, you keep saying that. That's just
it does matter, though.
He said that for you. He doesn't believe that, and he's not saying it. He's not saying it as if he believe that, bro.
Yeah, he does.
No, he doesn't, bro. He definitely believes that those boys suck. I'm Aaron Rodgers. Those guys terrible.
No.
It's me. Go get Devontae Adams, man, because that guy sucked. Did you see him run the wrong route? It's everybody else but him. In Green Bay, it was everybody else but him, but they was not getting rid of LaFleur. They said, you go ahead and go, bro. You go ahead and go. We're going to keep you in the green. We'll keep you in green. You can go to the Jets.
Okay. All right, man. So let's move on, man. From one quarterback to another, man. And that's Dak Prescott. So I know Yvonne is going to claim how he's so right about this, which, it's looking right. So that, Cowboys 3-4 start. Dak Prescott, man. How much blame do you put on Dak Prescott this season, starting 3-4 right now?
I put 25% on Dak because he's played how I expected. I didn't have them in the playoffs, so I'm not surprised at all. This is exactly what I expected from the Cowboys to fall apart. Mike McCarthy's on in his last year to contract, so he's not even going to get fired. He's just not going to be called back. That's all. But I don't know what the Cowboys were doing giving Dak an extension. That made no sense to me. Dak is not trash. I've always said he's the Black Kirk Cousins, which is solid, but not great. To me, I didn't understand it. You've given him enough tries. You've reached your ceiling with him, no matter what type of roster you've had. You've had great rosters. You've had bad. Dak always ends up the same. Jerry didn't help him either by getting him no run game. He acted like this 2016 with Zeke. He acted like it was 2016 getting Dalvin Cook as well. So I didn't understand what Jerry was expecting here as well. Their second best receiver has been hurt. Jake Ferguson still doesn't have a touchdown this year. Micah Parsons is hurt. That defense looks like it's trash. The Cowboys have been exactly what I thought they'd be. I blame Dak only partially because I didn't expect more. This is who he is. And they're not going to make the playoffs. Look at their schedule. I think they've got Atlanta this week. I forgot who they got the weeks after, but it's bad. They're not making the playoffs. And like I said, McCarthy is gone. And I never understood the extension. I think they should have blown it up and started from the draft. and tried something new because I think they've reached their ceiling with Dak, and it's not going to get better. He is who he is. And like the Vikings realized who Kirk Cousins was, they said, okay, walk. Let's try something else. That's what I think the Cowboys should have done. So, and also the Niners own them. The Niners own them. I mean, I don't know how many times now they've beaten them straight. I think 5-6 straight years.
Wow.
They've eliminated them from the playoffs multiple times. I just don't understand that. Mike McCarthy's gone, and now they're stuck with Dak. Whoever takes the next job is stuck with Dak, and I don't expect much different. I really don't. It's going to continue being the same thing, and it's going to be bad when they miss the playoffs this year. They're not getting in.
Okay, well, I like one thing I do like that he said 25% on Dak. I would lower that number, and I know that some people might say, well, he's the starting quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Let's not be ridiculous, X. He deserves some blame. I don't know if it's 25%. I'll probably go like maybe around 10. Majority of the blame is Jerry Jones. At the end of the day, and I think Yvonne agrees with that. At the end of the day, you got the man no help as far as a second wide receiver. I mean, yeah, Brandon Cooks is banged up, but I mean, I feel like all these teams are making moves. Even the defending champs, the Kansas City Chiefs, has gone out there and got a receiver. And Jerry Jones, you said, I'm not sitting there saying anything other than what you said. We are all in. And if that's the case, that you're all in, you didn't give that man no help. I have no issue with you paying him. I always said, pay your quarterback. If it's a quarterback that you think can be the guy, the franchise guy, pay him. Because a quarterback is hard to find, especially a franchise quarterback. Dak was the runner-up MVP last year, played very well last year, but this team, they have failed him as far as surrounding him with the right talent to help him win. I just feel like they don't have a second wide receiver. Even though CeeDee Lamb is putting up gaudy numbers, he's having to work for those gaudy numbers because teams know, look, man, he can get his numbers, but nobody else is going to do anything. They're kind of using that San Antonio Steve Nash approach. Get your numbers. You cool, but the rest of y'all not doing anything. And their running game is a non-factor. They have no running game. You didn't go out and get anybody. And as much as I'm not the biggest fan, C has been saying it, so I'm going to give C his props. Joe Mixon looking good over there in Houston. So I don't know what is going on. We see what King Henry is doing. I'm not even saying you have to go get Derrick Henry. Go get Joe Mixon. Go get somebody that's younger, has a little bit more on the tire, and they just didn't do that. They went and get Zeke, and that's not it, bro.
Hey, you say that man name like that, bro.
That's not it, bro. It's just I'm not gonna blame Dak for that because that's not Dak's fault. That's ownership, front office fault. And so I'm gonna say Dak gets 10% because he is the starting quarterback and he has to take some ownership. But come on, man. No quarterback could. I don't believe maybe Tom Brady because Brady's just the GOAT, but no quarterback you could put in that situation I think it would be a great situation for him. Yeah, CeeDee Lamb's really good. Outside of that, nobody's really that good on that team.
Well, I mean, Mahomes is doing. I feel like you could make an argument with less
But
this year.
he does have a better coach. Andy Reid is a much better coach
of
than
course,
McCarthy.
of course. Most of the blame goes on Jerry for sure.
Facts.
All right, let me go ahead and get in there. And you know what? For once, I agree completely with X. X, you're absolutely right. Except for the percentage on Dak.
Thank you.
I give Dak 15%. I give him 15%,
Okay.
but I'm gonna give the whole other 85 to Jerry Jones. Bruh, people should not be waiting for you to die. People should not have to be waiting for you to die for their team to get better, bro. Like I've literally heard Cowboy fans saying, we're not gonna get better until Jerry Jones die. And I'm like, dog, that is the worst. That's cold. Like, why would you say that? But that's how people feel right now about your team. Because, like he said he's going all in, and that's what all in looks like to Jerry. Jerry, you're old and senile, bro. And it's like you can't be that. I don't even think he's old and senile. I think he's old and stubborn. He does like the fact that he held out and didn't want to pay CD. Then he held out, didn't want to play Dak, and paid them both. Bruh, if you're gonna pay him, go get some help. Don't worry about all that. Do not be holding all of that, your money that you're gonna eventually give to him and holding your whole franchise in hostage mode when you could be looking out and making better moves to make your team better. What's the guy? They could have got anybody. Like you said, man, Joe Mixon, Saquon, you had Derrick Henry,
Derrick,
of course.
Derrick Henry took $8 million a year, which is nothing.
He probably would have took 7 if Dallas had offered him that.
Yep, I think he would have.
He lives in Dallas.
Bro, here's the thing. Guess who they could have even got that would have been better? And what's bad is he's not even the best running back on his team now. Singletary. They could have got Devin Singletary, and it would have been better than what they did this summer. It's ridiculous what they did with that whole draft not draft room, that whole GM spot that he's holding, and he's picking the team. Dak is actually just going out there and dacking it up, bro. He's dacking it up. He's not doing anything different than he's been doing these last 6-7 years he's been in the league. Nobody's surprised to see Dak throw interceptions. Nobody's surprised to see him throw a touchdown. Nobody's surprised to see him get sacked. Nobody's surprised to see him run for a first down. He's dacking it up, bro. Dak is who he is. My only thing is, would I have paid him? Yep. Because what's the alternative, bro? That's my thing. He was the best quarterback on the market for you. You have him already. So I would have done that and built something around him. He's not a bad quarterback. You're not going to just go out there and find one of that. There was no free agent that was better than Dak out there. So I go ahead and I pay him, and I go get him some weapons. I go help him. Dak was best when Zeke was his best, right? So you need to have a running back to help Dak. So you didn't go do that. That's your fault. You can't fire yourself, or you won't fire yourself, Jerry Jones. But somebody needs to talk to you. Your son or somebody needs to come. They need to get you put into an old folks home, bro. They need to find something. They need to find something. You need to.
You are on it tonight.
Yeah, man. They need to find that. They need to find something on him and go ahead and get him committed for the sake of the Cowboy fans. I'm speaking for Cowboy Nation right now. I mean, I feel sorry for them because they're usually so proud, and now they just. I mean, they just. Hey, man, they done with it, bro.
There's 3 things that that I love, man. Obviously my family, the MBS platform, and anybody knows me, it's the Dallas Cowboys. From my family to the guys from the MBS team, from the the social media supporters, the battle rap culture. They know I'm a huge Dallas Cowboys fan. Like X talks about how he bleeds LSU. That's what I bleed, man. The Dallas Cowboys, man. And I've been annoyed by a lot of things this year. Outside of C and Yvonne arguing every day. But
you start the shit. Shut up.
Hold on. Maybe I do 5%. So I'm annoyed by Micah Parsons and his damn podcast show that annoys me every day. I don't even watch the damn episode. And then obviously is Dak Prescott. I just have mixed emotions for him. When it comes to him, during COVID season, I was totally against the Cowboys signing him. Then obviously I gave it a chance when it came to Dak Prescott, and now it's like I put a lot of blame on Dak Prescott though, man. But I don't just put the blame on Dak. I do blame the defense also, because the Dallas Cowboys defense is one of the worst defenses in the league. And the offense, it just doesn't do anything. There's one offense that just pisses me off when I watch them this season, and that's the New York Jets and the Dallas Cowboys. It's just so predictable. Like, you know what they're gonna do. You know who the ball's going to throw to. You know the amount of times that the runner's going to get the ball. You can predict what's going to happen on the defensive side, and it's just bad play calling on Mike McCarthy. Is a bad defensive strategy on Zimmer. Also, I don't know why they let Quinn go. Because you look at the job that he's doing right now for the Washington, you know that team's name, but yeah. So so it's just I've been disappointed, and normally I would brag about the Dallas Cowboys and get excited about the Dallas Cowboys. I don't feel like that this year at all. The only thing that's keeping me going right now is my fantasy football team at the end of the day. That's the only thing that's keeping me going. And obviously I'm a huge football fan also. And just seeing the damn Eagles winning and the damn Washington Commander winning, and then I see the Dallas Cowboys losing. I'm like, what? And I'm just speechless behind that. And it's just I do blame Jerry Jones, but I'm not gonna give Jerry the huge blame because we looked at what the Cowboys did last season, where we said get him some help, but you had Brandon Cooks as your number 2 wide receiver last season. You still had Jalen Tolbert there. It's the same wide receivers, the same tight end that you have. I think the huge issue that they have is that offensive line. They lost a lot from the offensive line, and they drafted a whole bunch of players on the as far as the offensive line go, which it's not helping them at all. And as far as the running game goes, I have no idea why they didn't get Derrick Henry. I have no idea why they didn't get Aaron Jones. I have no idea why they didn't. Yeah, I have no idea why they didn't even try to get Josh Jacobs or anybody like that, or even Joe Mixon. And now I'm even more surprised that they didn't even attempt to draft a running back. Like there was so many running backs that was available, and they fail not to do it. So I'm not just gonna blame everything on Dak Prescott, but I think everybody deserves a huge portion of the blame. You guys are more nicer about this. I'm giving Dak a 50% blame towards this more than anything. Like,
and you giving Jerry Jones the rest?
And Keo, you bleed Cowboys blue, C bleeds black and gold. True bleeds purple and gold, I guess. Boy, were y'all bleeding this past weekend. I loved it. All y'all were bleeding this weekend.
Your ass was bleeding too, man. The coach.
Yeah, the coach. Don't do that. Put your shirt down.
No, my
Where
bad.
That coach had at?
According to his quarterback, Yvonne might be tired.
Yeah.
But
hey, see, also to go back to what you were saying about Jerry being stubborn about paying, guess who's next? Micah. And I guarantee you he drives Micah crazy to the end and doesn't learn from his CD lesson.
And X, to respond to what you said, I blame Dak 50%. I blame Jerry Jones 25%, and the other 25% I blame to that defense.
Dang, bro. I mean, and I'll just even throw another name out there. I'm not sitting there saying the guy is like phenomenal. I know he's playing on a great offense, but even Kareem Hunt got picked up mid-year. Like, dog, like, what are y'all doing, Dallas? It makes no sense.
Jerry Jones is just too hard-headed. Like I heard what he said during on his radio show. He was like, "We could turn it around. We got a few games if we could get it together." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Come on, man! Like, really?" But
I also want to tell y'all Cowboys schedule: Falcons, Eagles, Texans, Commanders, and then they get a freebie against the Giants. So the next 4 games are going to be tough.
Bro, what about the Texans? They without Stephon Diggs, and Nico might be back or he might not be back.
He'll be back by then. That's 3 weeks away.
Bro, Leonard Fournette is sitting out there right now on podcast, and you sitting there, you still rolling with Zeke, and who knows who else.
I'm having second thoughts about Tony Pollard, man. I was like, dude, we should have kept I was like, damn, he didn't want to pay him. Like, what?
Hell nah, he didn't. He had a chance last year. He sucked too.
But I think Tony
You
Pollard
better
needed like
than
a
Zeke.
1-2 punch.
Now, Tony Pollard
Yeah.
gave them a better the running game a better chance compared to what they have now. So
Yeah, you're right. He did it compared to what they have now. I'm interested to see what Dalvin Cook does. To be honest with
Nothing.
not much. Anyways, man, let's go to our last topic, man. And
you.
we're
Hold on,
gonna
real quick. Who win in the World Series?
The Yankees right
Um,
now 6-4.
Okay, let me know
Bottom,
if I need to change heads.
bottom of the
I'm ready.
bottom of the eighth. Bottom
wow.
of the eighth. That's what you do.
Wow.
Hey, I knew y'all was some flip floppers on this show,
Nah,
man.
man, I just bought them hats, man. I gotta use them.
Okay, so let's talk about, we've been talking about two bad quarterbacks. So let's talk about a good quarterback this season. I gotta admit, fresh off of the Heisman year last year, he's wrapping up rookie of the year right now. Hail Mary play was crazy, man. One of probably the best play of the year. Everybody's been talking about that Hail Mary play. So with that being said, man, was this the best play by a rookie that you've seen?
Probably not.
No.
I can't even think off the top of my head. I know one play that stands out is Randy Moss catching it against the Cowboys and running all around them on Thanksgiving. But who cares what's the best play ever for a rookie? Like, I don't know. That's just so irrelevant to me. No, it's definitely not, though. This was maybe the luckiest, but that doesn't make it a negative thing. They won, but on Hail Marys, you have to be lucky. And this was a little lucky. The lucky thing about it is even before the Hail Mary, the Bears gave them free 15 yards to actually put them at midfield to actually throw it that far. They only rushed 3, and obviously with 3, you're not going to get much pressure, and they didn't. And then it always takes a lucky bounce off of a DB's hand that's going to eventually land into a receiver's hand, like it did for Noah Brown. So it was very lucky. It wasn't the best rookie play ever. Doesn't have to be. And that's it. Like, I have nothing to add here. Good for them. Sometimes when you see special things happening with a rookie and then you see a play like that happen, then you know it's meant to be. Then you know he's actually going to keep this thing going and keep it going. He's not going to fall off anytime soon, barring injury. So good for them, but not the best play ever for a rookie. More like lucky, but not lucky in a negative way.
He was reading my mind. I swear. I don't know how he was reading my mind because I swear I was thinking Randy Moss on Thanksgiving versus the Cowboys. I'm like, dog, that was incredible. That was an incredible performance by Randy Moss. But a single play, I'm like Yvonne said, I'm not really worried about the play, but it was nonetheless definitely, exciting. I know Reek went crazy. Reek sent us the video, and he was posting it on Facebook. Reek was going crazy. I'm happy for my dog, man. And of course, I'm happy for Jaden Daniels, man. Even though I thought he'd be Teddy Bridgewater so far, he's looking like the real deal, man. He's looking like the real deal.
Yeah, man. Go ahead, C.
No, it's not the best by a rookie, man. It's not. I can't really just nail one down. I tried to look real quick. That Randy Moss one is a big one. It most definitely is a big one. But one that comes out and jumps into my remembrance. I'm a little older than all of y'all, so you might not remember this. Bo Jackson versus the Seattle Seahawks in 1987 when he ran over the bars.
Yep.
When he ran over the bars, that was a crazy moment, and I think that was one of the biggest performances from a rookie in the NFL. I would put that over this one, but only because of the names involved in it and the hype involved in it, and that this a Hail Mary is a lucky play. You know what I mean? And I think that took actually more skill. That was based off Bo's actual talent. And I would go with that one over there. But that's not definitely not knocking Jaden Daniels at all, man. He's a baller. I told y'all that from the get-go that he was gonna be able to jump it right off once he got in the NFL and be a great player, and he's holding true to that. And I'm with that. I'm with that, man. Making me look smart. Appreciate that. But I'm kind of with Yvonne, man. Who cares? Best rookie play. I mean, I know we need content. I'm just not. That's not something that I care about.
It wasn't the best rookie play ever. I was hating on the play though. I'm not gonna. I'm like, I was trying to think.
Oh, you hating?
I was trying to think of every way to knock on that play, but the more I watched it, I'm like, yo, last minute scramble out the pocket, avoid, trying to get sacked, stepped into the throw and just launched it, man. And that was pretty good. A game winner at the end, man, and the crowd went berserk and crazy, man. That was dope though, but I don't think it was the best play. My personal favorite, man, it actually comes from an LSU player.
I swear I know where he's going with this. I know because I just thought about it and I was like, yeah.
No, it's not that one though. It's not.
Wow.
I don't know if you remember it, but it was the Arizona Cardinals. You get what I'm going with?
Okay.
Against the LA Rams. Well, they were the St. Louis Rams. It was that punt return in overtime by
What did you
Patrick
say?
Peterson.
Oh,
That 99-yard punt return by Peterson. I thought that was dope though. They kicked it all the way back at the end zone, and I didn't think Peterson was like that as far as a punt returner, and
yeah.
he was able to clinch them with the game winner with that and during that time, and this is the only time I'm gonna say it, when they were known as the Redskins, was the RG3 game winner against the Minnesota Vikings. I thought that was dope though, having that game clinching winner against the Minnesota Vikings, RG3 to do that. And obviously everybody's always gonna remember the play by Odell Beckham though. Odell Beckham with that catch, probably one of the most memorable catches of all
Yeah.
time that we ever seen.
I think that is the best rookie play. Just because I think that took him to stardom. Like that play is forever gonna be in the NFL. You're gonna see that play much more than you'll see Jaden Daniels play 10 years from now. I just really believe that.
Well,
And
Oh,
I think what helps a game like Randy Moss or that play by Odell is that they were prime time games.
right,
This
right.
was a 4 o'clock Eastern time game for the Washington, to me, Redskins. Commanders for y'all, but it wasn't a prime time game. The Eli to Odell was prime time. Randy Moss was with Thanksgiving Day, so a prime time game is always gonna elevate the play.
I think
Bo Jackson game was on Monday Night Football too, by the way.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think you're wrong about that though. I think that Jada Daniels Hail Mary, I think that is people's gonna remember that because the the Commanders, they're starting they're at that new era as far as the name, the Washington Commanders. And when you look at the most memorable play since that team changed its name, it's gonna be that Hail Mary play at people's always gonna remember that because that was
I
nothing
might
but
forget
And,
that play in 3 years, but I'll never forget Odell because it was prime time.
I'll add to that because I do agree with what you said, Mr. Box Office, but I'll add to that. You talk about the Commanders. When you think about the greatest catches in NFL history, you can make a case that Odell Beckham's number one. When they just talk about catching, Odell Beckham may be the greatest catch in NFL history.
Hey, I got another
yeah.
nominee. I got another nominee that I know none of y'all thought about.
What's
Even
that?
Keo, and this is from a Dallas Cowboys. DeMarco Murray in his first ever start as a rookie in 2011 This boy rushed for 253 yards against the St. Louis Rams. And
Okay.
that is a hell of a performance as a rookie. Anybody want to for $1 million trivia? Anybody want to tell me who was the real starter for that team that he was replacing?
For
Felix
the
Jones,
Cowboys,
Julio Jones.
Derek Fatton.
Felix Jones.
Felix
Okay.
Jones. Yeah, man. You get $1 million trendsetter bucks, bro. Go ahead.
but like that just goes to show you, like, you got
Another
him, you have him going off with that big game, but none of, like, even with that game, I like, in my mind, I can kind of remember it. I remember Odell Beckham.
Yeah, you'll never forget it.
Yeah.
You'll never
And it's crazy what happened to Odell Beckham. Now he can't even catch a basketball.
Don't
So
do that. Don't do. Hey man, why we doing that? Don't make me talk about Lyman Sweet. We not doing that.
Wow. Lime is sweet, man. He wore number 4 at Texas, right?
Hey man, whatever happened to Shipley?
he got drafted by the Bengals,
Jordan.
and
Where's
I
he
think
working now?
probably
Wow.
something for Texas.
He's
Probably
running
for
Shipley
that-
Donuts in
Probably
Texas.
for the come on, don't do that,
He's
man.
still working at Target.
Nah, he's
Like,
working for the Longhorns.
Hey, what about Roy Williams, man? Where he's at?
Hey, Roy Williams cashed out in the NFL. He's on a beach somewhere while Odell's icing his foot in Miami
Hey,
still
don't
out
do
for
that.
3
Don't
years.
be disrespectful.
All right, man. Let's go one last topic. We got time before we get to our picks. Anthony Richardson, man, has been a huge talk today. Obviously, during the press conference, people asked why he took off a play, and he said, he was tired, man. Serious question though. Like, and you could start bombing him all you want. So you guys are both, coaches in your own rights. What would you do if one of your athletes that you coach said that to you, that they're tired?
Well,
Exactly what his coach did. You sit your tired ass down. We starting Flacco this week.
Well, I'm gonna say this though. See, I'll go a different direction. You talk about we coach kids. That's kids. At the end of the day, like, you get paid to do this. You're a professional. Like, I don't look at that as the same. If a kid tells me he's tired, I probably will do like C said, we'll go sit down, but I might put him back in. But with Anthony Richardson, they paying you a whole lot of money to be the guy. They drafted you in the top 5. Like, that's unacceptable in my opinion. Just from that standpoint, that's just the way I see it. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but as a coach, I would have no issue with a kid telling me, "Coach, I'm tired. Can you take me out and give me a break?"
On
Absolutely.
3rd and goal, your starting quarterback for LRCA
He's a kid. He's a kid.
But there's some coaches that's more strict than others, though, man.
Hey, by the way, since you said that, I know I was gonna say it during my shout outs, but I just want to say shout out to LRCA. 5th and 6th grade, 7th and 8th grade, league championships tonight. They both won in a major blowout. I'm so proud of my kids.
Yeah, right.
I saw y'all boys, man. I seen y'all boys, man.
What about you, C?
I saw you what I do, man. Put your tired ass down, Richardson. I guarantee you, if I was an NFL coach, that's what I would have done. Kind of like Egg said, though, bro. Even as a kid coach, yeah, I'll tell him to sit down, but I'm probably gonna put him back in. I'm probably gonna put him back in, man, because he might be tired. This actually happened about 3 weeks ago. This happened to me about 3 weeks ago. The kid came to me and told me he was an offensive lineman. We really needed him. And he told me he gave me no head. I said, "Come on out, man." And I had to send a scrub in. And
why you call it kid scrub?
Bro, some of these kids scrubs, you know that, man.
Bro, come on, they're developing.
some of these kids' parents are making them play football, bro. And they should
That's
stop
true.
doing
That
it.
is true. That
They
is
should
true.
stop doing it. The kid that does not want any contact, doesn't want to be out there on that football field. But anyway,
I actually agree with that. To all the parents out there, if you want to let your kids play, let them play flag football. It's a violent sport when you start playing with pads and stuff like that.
Now, Yvonne, you're a Colts fan. You know, one of the biggest Colts fans that I know. You know, what you're feeling right now, man, as being a Colts fan.
You bleed the white with the blue, right?
Yeah, who's bleeding now, Yvonne?
I remember you saying this is y'all future. How you feel about your future doing it?
Well, obviously he's our future if we dropped him or draft him top 4. But look, no one would care if he was balling, but he stunk, and this just was on top of it bad. You stink, and on top of that, you say you're tired. That's bad. That dog, he was 2 for 15 at one point. Yep. And I said on this show a couple weeks ago, I said we're better with Flacco because Flacco actually completes the easiest throws ever.
Yep.
I swear to God, put me out up there against the Texans. I swear to God, I can go 2 for 15. Like I can complete a screen pass. I can complete a screen pass to Jonathan Taylor, bro.
No chance.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I'll be in shotgun.
Jonathan Taylor.
I'll be in shotgun.
Hey,
bro, all I gotta do is this to Jonathan Taylor. It's that simple. Anthony Richardson, you watching? It's this simple. You know, you follow through. That's it. You gotta have a touch. He doesn't have a touch. I don't know.
Hey, but Yvonne,
I don't know who taught Anthony Richardson how to throw, but you gotta have a touch, man. You cannot throw every ball like you're trying to hit C in the head. Okay, you gotta put a touch on there. It's bad because he stinks. If Patrick Mahomes said I'm tired and he came out, no one would care because he's balling. But he hasn't balled once this year. Joe Flacco's played way less. He's got 7 touchdowns, 1 interception. Bruh, Flacco's been with the Colts for 6 months. Like, come on, bro. Like, you know this system. Also, why did the Browns Flacco said this. I watched the interview. Why did the Browns not bring back Flacco? They couldn't because because all the fans saw what they saw. They know he's better than Deshaun Watson right now. So if you bring him back and Deshaun Watson's struggling, everybody's gonna be like, "What? We saw this team with Flacco last year. You better put Flacco back in there. We're better with them." So the Colts
they're better with Jameis.
They did.
And the Colts brought Flacco in, and let's say Flacco finishes the year off as a starter, right? You know what's gonna happen next year? The Colts I guarantee you, are not signing Flacco back because the fans saw that Flacco's better right now. So the Colts are going to give Richardson another shot, which is fine. I'm with it. He's 22 years old, youngest starting quarterback in the league. He deserves to get some more time. But I'm just saying, like, he doesn't complete the most simple throws. It pisses me off. It's curl routes. It's crossing routes. It's screen passes. It's like literally the most simple throws, and I'm like, bruh, how did you get here? Doing that, like I can't believe the NFL accepted that, and everyone was still going to draft you in the first round. Look, I was not an Anthony Richardson fan coming out of Florida. You can roll the tape, but
that's true.
But he got drafted by the Colts, so of course I'm going to give him a shot. It's on my team. I'm going to be hopeful, right? Just like y'all gave Rattler a chance, right? And then, but no, I'm not trying to hate. But you're going to give him a chance, right? You're not going to say, okay, he just stinks. No, you're going to be, all right, let me at least see if he stinks, right? So then I thought I saw Steichen. I saw Hurts really improve under Shane Steichen as his offensive coordinator. He really improved. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to give Anthony Richardson time. And I still am going to give him time. I think he should be the Colts starter next year because you have to. He's a rookie. He's on his rookie deal. He's a top 5 pick. You got to give him time. He's the youngest starting quarterback in the league. You got to give him one more shot. But here's the thing. What is this going to do for him mentally, though? Because he was a starter. Now he gets benched, and now he doesn't have that confirmation in his head that he's doing well. So how does he react to this? One guy, I mentioned this to X earlier. One guy that was a bust early in his career was Josh Allen. But the Bills were patient. They kept pushing him out there. They said, keep going out there. Let's see what happens. He kept stinking and stinking and stinking. And then out of nowhere, he started getting better and better. Now he's the top 3 quarterback in the NFL. That's rare, but yeah, he is the second best running back on our team. I agree. But my thing is like, what is this going to do for him mentally going forward, and how will he handle it? The Bills never benched Josh Allen. They just gave him enough time. So I'm interested to see what happens here. I'm going to remain hopeful that he gets better from the bench. But right now, the Colts are 10 times better with Flacco, because Flacco likes normal throws.
Hold on,
as far as can
I just say one thing real quick? I would let Yvonne get this pass if Yvonne would have had this energy at the beginning of the year. But all I heard at the beginning of the year was C and Yvonne and everybody tell me how good the Colts were going to be this year. They were telling me,
oh my, good. Anthony Richardson sucks.
But okay, but he's your quarterback. Now I will say this. I did tell you on the phone. I think with Flacco, y'all may win some games now. But that was my concern going. If you remember, I didn't really downplay the rest of y'all team. I just said Richardson's not the guy that y'all think you're hyping him up to be. And Q, I want you to run the tape next week of me saying that. Richardson to me is a project. And you got to hope that you hit on him. But I just didn't see that Florida. And I didn't understand why y'all was trying to. And I really felt like you was being somewhat biased. You always tell us be realistic. Be realistic, y'all. Be realistic about your team. And you weren't even a Richardson guy, but yet you're going to pick them to win the AFC South. I just was like, come on, man. Like, you wilding right now. Outside of that, if you wouldn't have had them winning the AFC South, I would be like, completely fine with what you just said, because I agree with everything that you just said. Richardson, he can throw the ball 100 yards for sure down the field. But every little throw, slant, curl, comeback, out, in, he misses all of them. And by a line margin.
It's bad. It's bad. His completion percentage is worse than Jamarcus Russell and Tim Tebow. Bro, what? I could go 2 for 15. I mean,
you cannot, bro. Let me tell you something, bro. All the way up until about 10 years ago, I felt like I was good for at least 2 downs in the NFL. I was wrong too. X's brother told me this. He said, bro, I said, hey, I can get 2 pass rush downs at defensive end in the NFL. That boy shook his head. He said, pancake, bro. in hindsight being 2020, he about right.
But I'm not trying to play offensive line. I can complete a screen pass to Jonathan Taylor, bro.
No, you can't, man.
If that bum Taysom Hill can do that, I can do that.
Wow,
Taysom Hill is 100 times better than you were.
Go ahead.
No, seriously, like it's bad, man. Because now he's gone mentally, and I don't know how he recovers from this. I really don't.
Hey, I love when you said that, bro. I'm big, like I said, I'm big on mental part of sports, right? And that's why, as a Saints fan, I hated the fact that we had to start Rattler these last 3 games. You could see it, bro. You could see it. I just hope he's not shot completely. We sent him out there with a preseason team to play regular season games, and he was out there getting dominated. And it looked bad. Hopefully, he didn't have to start anymore this season. I think he needed 2 seasons to sit behind Carr and learn how to be an NFL player. Yeah, be an NFL player. Then throwing him out there like X wanted to do, and you see what happened to him.
Oh, he had first of all, they all hurt. If he had the starting lineup,
I've been hollering they hurt. Nobody wanted to hear me say they hurt.
Hey man, hey bro, I picked them to win one of them games, so I was a fool too.
Bro, what I'm saying is, I just hope mentally he's not gone now, because you put a young quarterback out there and he does not have that success that he expected to have, he could be shot, especially if he looks bad. And like you said, he's looking bad. He's missing little passes like that, bro. You You can't win with him.
And then saying tired, that was like the cherry on top, where they said, okay, like he's not focused here. I've watched so much football in my 30 years of life, bro. I've never seen that from a quarterback. Receivers, corners, safeties, everyone comes out of plays. That's normal, but never a quarterback.
Never. Mike Vick ran way more than him.
Lamar. Josh Allen, his size, runs, gets beat up, never comes out. Like, come on, bro. I don't get it. Joe Flacco, 40-year-old, actually 88-year-old Joe Flacco out there, it never says he's tired. I don't get it. I don't get it. I was shocked.
Hey, man, I'm going to say something, and I probably shouldn't say this. That's what them kids call, that's them YNs, bro. That's how they act now, bro. They say that. They say stuff like that. They think everything revolves around them, bro. I don't understand it, and it's not a good look for him. And I really think that's going to reflect bad on him even in the future. People are going to go back to this. The day that he said he was tired.
And I watched every Anthony Richardson.
What name? Hail Mary.
And I've seen every Anthony Richardson interview over the offseason and everything. I actually like his personality. He's a good kid. He's usually very positive, but you got to be more aware of your own situation. You got to say, okay, I completely stink out here. I'm 2 for 15. And on top of that, I'm going to admit that I'm tired. That's that awareness. You lie. Do something. Be like, yo, I thought something was wrong with my knee. I gotta, something. You gotta be aware, because if you're struggling that bad, you gotta say, okay, and I'm really tired. How do I pull myself out of this? How do I cover myself? And I just felt like his awareness was bad, man.
That's when you fake a cramp, bro. Fake a cramp. My back. Oh, did I pull something? It's something. You never tell them you're tired, bro. Never.
Unless you're Patrick Mahomes, you don't say that. Like, come on.
And like you said, Patrick Mahomes, and he's not gonna say that.
Right.
And he runs he runs a hell of a lot too.
You said unless you're Jaden Daniels? Oh, okay, whatever. Go ahead, as you are.
Go ahead. What's your thoughts on Anthony Richardson?
I heard y'all saying about the like if he was a coach, whatever, with the kids and everything. But I agreeing with X in the beginning of that, like never with a kid. If the kid's tired, come on out. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's all right. And I'll get you back in if you're able to go back in. But I think C or X said it. I was listening. You're getting paid to do this. I'm okay that you're tired and you want to come out. I'm not okay that you told us that you was tired and you want to come out. That's my thing. Like, you're tired. I cannot stop a human being from being tired and want to come out. But I can sure enough go to that podium and say, I was cramping. My stomach felt funny. Anything but I'm tired. You just can't do that. As my starting quarterback, number 4 or 5 pick, you cannot do that. To me, that tells me you just don't care. I'm above everybody else, and I can say whatever I want, and that's not nothing I want to build around. Like, it's time for him to go. I heard box office say like he wants to give him some time, which I do understand. But one thing I do know about, well, when I say no, I know from my own personal opinion that I can see when a player just don't care that much. They did what they had to do, and if they can make it with the talent that they got, they're cool with that. I don't see Anthony Richardson trying to get better. I see Anthony Richardson happy that I made it, and my athleticism is going to get me through, and it's probably not in the NFL. So if I'm coach, I'll get rid of that right now and move forward, because he don't give me that look of I'm working to be better and just don't care. He don't care. I don't think there's no way you say I'm tired. I've never heard that in my life. Anybody? Have y'all in NFL? Any professional sports?
Not from a quarterback.
I don't think I heard it from anybody that they came out of the game because they were tired.
But I think that just goes into box office that used the right word, aware. He didn't read the room, bro. You gotta have better awareness than that, man. You cannot say that. You cannot say football. I think all of us on here believe and grown up that football, you're supposed to be tough to play football, right? You're supposed to work through whatever it is. Man, we have people, we get pissed off that they're not playing through injuries. You can't play through being tired? That's what we condition for. Every football team I've ever been on or ever coached, they do conditioning. You know what? I've coached one team that hadn't done that didn't do conditioning, and I wasn't the head coach on that team. We didn't do conditioning, and guess what, bro? We lost every game, and I don't understand. I don't understand how you even. I don't understand how he made his mouth say it after playing football this long, bro. How would you make your mouth even say that, bro? Because I would think back. I'd be like, boy, Coach Morross would beat my ass if I said I was tired. I would think back to high school, middle school, 7th grade. Coach Davis would have went off if I'd have said I was tired. I had to come out the game. No way, bro. No way that would have happened, bro. No way.
Henry, I think you're on to something when you say he doesn't care enough, because y'all just saw that snippet of the interview. I watched the whole thing. He was trying to make his case. So he was basically backing up his play, saying, well, I'm actually the second best running quarterback in the league behind Lamar. I said, bruh, who cares? You're the worst throwing quarterback in the league right now, completion-wise, behind Tebow and Jamarcus Russell all time. Like, what? No one cares. You're not a running back. You're not supposed to be. So no one cares about your running skills. We're talking about you as a quarterback. I don't know.
So just what you just said, that last part that you just said, like, we'll take the running. But as a quarterback, I would never glorify being the second
Not a
best
priority.
running
Right.
quarterback like in the league. That's just crazy to hear. I didn't know you said that. That's crazy.
He's a kid, bro. He's a kid and he lacks awareness. Like I said, bro, them kids will say anything these days, and they're very entitled. He's very entitled. You can see that. And hopefully he gets over it, man, because I actually think he's going to end up being all right. I don't think he's going to be great. I think y'all will be looking for another quarterback in 6-7 years, but I think he'll be there until then.
Man, I hope so. If he's there in 6-7 years, that means he's legit.
I think, yeah, for sure. I think position change, honestly. He's definitely. We can't take away that he's a great athlete. We know that. I think I think he's gonna end up being like a tight end or something. Maybe not with the Colts, but eventually, I think. What's my man name that played for the Commanders? He was from VTech. He was a quarterback, and he was our tight end like the last 2 or 3 years.
Thomas.
I think
Yeah.
I think
Logan
Logan
Thomas.
I see him in that nature, but he's way more athletic than him. But his size and everything, I see him being like an amazing tight end. I see him being like the Saints guy, Jimmy Graham, at some point. Like, I don't know. I could be wrong, but I just don't think quarterback is for him. But being an athlete, you got to find something for him.
Who was that tight end that y'all had in Washington? They just kept getting all them damn concussions, bro.
Reed.
Oh,
Reed
Jordan
from Florida.
Reed. Yeah,
Jordan Reed from Florida. Yeah, he was tough, man.
And he was really, really good too, man.
Really good.
I would have him on fantasy. He'd have 14 points in the first half, catch a concussion, be out for the rest of the game. I'd be so pissed off, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Andrew Luck played with a lacerated kidney, and this guy says he's tired. Next topic, Keo.
Finally. Jesus Christ, man. Well, I wish I get to speak on it, but we got to get to the next topic.
Oh, good. I want to hear you, King.
No, never mind. It doesn't matter anymore. It's
Here you go.
Look at him emotional.
Wait, King. What does this say?
What does it say?
Read what it says.
Keo has problem reading. You matter.
You matter, Keo.
Hey, well, I got something to say, baby. The Yankees.
Take that message.
Oh, we lit. We lit. We lit.
Ew, y'all like the Yankees? That's the
X, you watch more WNBA than the Yankees this year, man. Next topic, man.
Hey, man. Hey, just because you don't know about the America's pastime don't mean nothing. You just don't know no better.
What's
All
up,
right.
Dodgers?
All right, man. Let me get to the next topic since you guys started talking. And all right, hold on. We're going to the next topic. I got to pull up this screen really quick. We're doing some NBS top 5, man, and we got the Power 5 rankings for today. So hold on.
Well, I already did mine, so y'all go ahead and do your thing.
Oh, hold on. No, I'm gonna get somebody's gonna. I'm playing a video of somebody's power rankings. If you don't
Oh,
listen,
go ahead,
and
go ahead, go ahead,
then
go ahead.
I'm gonna
Hey,
let
Maul,
you
calm down.
guys. Jesus,
That's a
thanks for
perfect picture of me
interrupting me.
right there, by the way, guys.
The
All right,
Yankee
let's
fit
go.
it on.
We don't hear it.
I like this, Keo.
You don't hear it?
No, we can't
No.
hear it. We see it though, but we can't hear it.
It froze up.
Okay, so he's got the Eagles at number 4.
You
Okay,
don't
let's
hear
see.
it?
Nope. Let's see who we got at number 3. The
Buffalo.
Bills. Okay, solid. Josh Allen.
That's a handsome fella, man. Golly.
Number 2, the Detroit Lions, and number 1, shocker. Hey, see, blue. It's not the Saints. Don't worry. Okay, there we go.
It ain't the Colts either.
Are we going sideways?
All right, man. There. Yeah. I'm about to switch it back right now. All right, man. So that's the Power Five rankings by X right now. Will be available on all social media platforms. So what I wanted to ask you guys is, do you guys agree with his Power Five rankings that he has right now?
When did he do
No.
that?
Yesterday,
And who's number 5? I didn't see who was number 5.
Green
Green
Bay.
Bay.
Look. I knew
I'll go first. I'm good with those power rankings. I don't have mine in front of me. I think the best 2 teams in the league are the Lions and the Chiefs. I truly believe that. The Lions, I think, are the most complete team in the NFL. They'd be even better with Aiden Hutchinson. They might get him back for the Super Bowl if they make it that far. That's the rumors. The Chiefs, man, they're undefeated. So you can't have anybody else number 1. I never had anybody else number 1 even going into the year. I think you always have to account for last year if the starting quarterback is back on the champion from previous year. They're number 1. They keep winning no matter who's in there. The Packers are scary, man. If Jordan Love could just stay healthy, they're nice. They're legit. They just beat Houston. Who they play this week?
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. Yeah, they beat up on Jacksonville. Um, the Bills are underrated. I think people are continuously sleeping on the Bills, but Josh Allen keeps getting it done. Only 1 interception this whole year. And number 4, the Eagles, man, we feel like they're having a bunch of turmoil inside, but they keep winning. They're 5-2, and as long as they're healthy on offense, they're scary, man. Jalen Hurts, Saquon, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Goddard. Hey, they're 5-2.
God, he sounds like somebody that was on the show yesterday. I mean, he literally said everything I said.
Well, let me fix that for you.
Oh, here we
The
go.
first 3, I'm perfectly fine with. I like the Chiefs number 1. I gotta finally give them credit. I've been having them as you've been seeing on my ratings. I'll be posting on Facebook X. I've been having the Chiefs 2 or 3 because I don't like the way they've been playing. I gotta give them number 1 at this point. Gotta give them number 1 at this point. Number 2, the Lions, perfect. I love them. I think right now I think they're the best team in the NFL. But we're gonna go with number 2. Number 3, I'm okay with the Bills being at number 3. I'm not sold fully yet, but I'm okay with that. Now 4 and 5. I don't trust Green Bay. I think Green Bay is very dangerous. I think they're very dangerous, but Love is more Brett Favre than A-Rod. He puts a lot of passes in harm's way where they should be blowing teams out. They're getting themselves in tighter games because he's a reckless quarterback. A great quarterback right now, but he's reckless as well, as Brett Favre was. I think that'll hurt him. I don't think they're in the top 5 right. No, excuse me, I do have them. I have them at 5. I do not have the Eagles at 4. I have, and then you know me, I haven't been biased all year. I have the Washington Commanders at number 4. Um, I've been saying it literally all year. No one can stop our offense. Even the games where we don't score as much, we move the ball and get to the red zone and just don't put it in there. This past week and against the Giants. Every other game, 20 plus or 30 plus, and a couple 40-point games. We cannot be stopped. And the defense is starting to come together and fly to the ball. The defense is playing good football now. I don't think the Eagles is any competition for us, if I'm being honest. It's a division game, so when we do play them, I can see a split happening, but I don't think they don't concern me. They don't concern me because Jalen Hurts don't concern me. The rest of the team is good, but Jalen Hurts isn't that good no more. I think he was a flash in the pan 2 years ago, and he's been declining ever since. No scare there. I have no concerns
But he had
about them.
4 touchdowns this past week, though,
Yeah,
Reek.
I'm about to say that, man.
Hey, hell of a week against the Bengals. Ain't that what y'all told me when we beat them? I mean,
hey,
Oh,
hey,
Well,
that's what I
y'all
was
beat the
told.
Bears. Yeah, I'll beat
Huh?
the
and
Bears.
this is my thing. I did tell this to Keo. The reason I had y'all and the Texans probably like right on the outside looking in. To me, I did penalize Baltimore for losing to the Browns, even though I think Baltimore is one of the better teams. You lost. You lost to the Browns. I'm penalizing you. I don't care nothing about how good I think you can be. My thing with the Commanders and the Texans have the injury to Stephon Diggs. We know he's out for the year now, and Nico's banged up. My only issue with the Eagles were they were just banged up. I said if they're healthy, they can beat anybody. They're healthy now. But I'm not mad at you because Washington's right there with them. I just think that I like their skill players a little bit more than I like
For
Washington's skill
sure.
players.
Agreed.
Also, I don't care about the NBS Player of the Week. What the hell were y'all thinking picking Jaden Daniels? Look,
I didn't pick Jaden Daniels.
See, this morning said Jaden Daniels easy or something, bro. He had a lucky throw downfield. That I picked Jalen Hurts, who had 4 touchdowns and 4 incompletions. I mean, come on, like I don't care about
Brother,
NBS Player
dude
of the Week,
played
but
a
not this
whole
week, bro.
game injured and won the game
so
throwing the ball.
You
So,
even
right.
you even said it was a lucky touchdown.
so
Every
right
he's lucky. He got it
so
down there though.
so
But
right
that's
now
23.
so right now majority of the votes look like it's leaning towards Jaden Daniels.
Wow.
He's had a great year, but not this week.
Twitter actually has Jaden Daniels 63% right now for player of the week.
Hey, let me tell my top
Me
5.
and box office never agree, but I actually agree with box office. I voted for Jalen Hurts.
That mean both of y'all wrong.
Hey,
All right,
man,
so
I believe the Bengals are like they ass
They're
whooped.
better than the Bears.
They're not better than the Bears.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they better than
Go
the
ahead, C. Go ahead. What do you think
all
of
right,
the star rankings?
here we go, man. I'm gonna start with 5. I'll start with 5 on mine. I'm gonna put the Buffalo Bills at 5. As crazy as that might sound, I got the Buffalo Bills at 5, and they actually just beat out my number 16, which was the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I got them at 5. At 4, I have the Philadelphia Eagles. Now this is where it gets funny. All right. Number 3, I have the Washington Commanders.
Oh, look, you got Ricky.
I got them at 3. I love the way those boys are playing. I said last week, it's one thing when you see a team playing. It's one thing. Another thing to see a team that loves playing with each other. Like those guys are friends. Like they actually enjoy playing with each other. A team that Hail Mary solidified it for me, man. They got something to say this year. They got something to say this year, man. It seems like I can recognize a team that just has it. All right, they have it. So I expect them to make some noise this year. All right, and number 2, let's make the crowd go wild. I have the Kansas City Chiefs at number 2 this week, right? And the reason why is because my eyes do not lie. The best team in football right now is the Detroit Lions. Those guys are hitting on all cylinders. All cylinders. I'm talking about from the passing game to the running game to the defense still playing absolutely solid, even though Hutchinson is out. Hey, bro, I haven't seen a team clicking like this since the Chiefs about 4 years ago. Whenever they was, they had Tyreek Hill, and they looked like they couldn't be stopped on offense at all. Right now, that's how the Lions look to me. They look like you can't stop them, man. Doesn't matter which running back is in there, Gibbs or what's my man name? Montgomery. Yeah, I had Montgomery in my head first and had to think of Gibbs, and then I forgot Montgomery. All right, and Jared Goff is looking like he's making Detroit feel like geniuses for trading Matthew Stafford and getting him. Because right now, if I had to pick one of them, I take golf, and I take golf easy.
See, where the Saints on the list?
Don't
almost,
just no reason to do that.
come to you.
No reason for that.
Hey, what I told you? What date I told you?
Oh, the next time y'all play the Panthers this week.
November 2nd, 3rd.
Yeah,
November
that's the next
3rd is the date, right?
Yeah, that's the Sunday against Carolina.
All right, and guess who's back?
Not a Hall of Famer. Yeah. So.
Oh, that's this week, ain't it?
What that mean?
So it's not
all right, man.
Our starting quarterback is back.
No,
yeah, Derek Carr, Fresno State.
He's better than your starting quarterback.
He is.
All right, man. All right, man. Enough. It's my turn. All right.
There you go, Keo.
My number one team, I got the Kansas City Chiefs. Number one. They've been number one for, I don't know, since they won the Super Bowl. Number two, I got the Detroit Lions, man. Detroit Lions, my favorite team to watch right now. They're entertaining. And
tell them about your favorite running back.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah.
He's the best running back in the NFL right now, in my opinion.
Holy moly.
Number three, I got my favorite quarterback, man. From the Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen spot to have 20 touchdown passes like I predicted. Well, I said he was going to have more than 20 touchdown passes, and somebody didn't believe me. So, yeah, Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills at number three. You're right. I didn't say that. I was hoping somebody would call me out on that. Well, but you did.
You're welcome.
And then number four, I got the Philadelphia Eagles at 4. I thought that was it. Did a number on the number on the Bengals, man. And 5, man, it's gonna be surprising to people. I still got the Baltimore Ravens in my top 5. I think I think it was a bad loss that they did take, but they did lose to the heroics of Jameis Winston, which had a really good game this past weekend. So, but Lamar Jackson, he did try to come back and help his team win, but it just wasn't enough. Hopefully that trade helps them out this past week. And so those are my Power 5 rankings. And with that being said, we're moving on over to our very last topic.
Can I fight something real quick?
Fight.
Can I fight something real quick? Because it's crazy how some of you guys on this show flip-flop with what things did y'all say. Because I remember going into week 1, I said, yeah, Commanders going to do this, they'll do that. And I said, well, they're going to lose week 3 to the Bengals because the Bengals are so good. But then we beat them, and, the Bengals aren't that good. They don't have no defense. But then the Eagles beat them now they're in the top 5. This makes no sense to me. Like, to me, I all I hear is Commander hatred coming from a lot of people in this group in here. Like, how could you say everything that y'all said week 1 and then after week 3, but now give Eagles credit? And then Keo put the Ravens number 5 after losing to Jameis to a team that we beat 42-14. Come on now.
Hey, I'll rebuttal one thing real quick. The Washington Commanders, they did beat the Bengals, but it took a last-second effort to do it. The Eagles beat the brakes off the Bengals.
Who was home? Who was home?
It was in Cincy.
It was in Cincy as well?
It was a whiteout.
Yeah, it was in Cincy. Y'all beat them in Landover, Maryland.
I don't watch games that get flexed to 1 o'clock. I watch the ones that get flexed to more watchable games.
Y'all beat them in Cincy as well. As well.
Right.
But it just y'all barely won, bro. It was a primetime game, though.
For sure.
Reek, you better be watching Red Zone. That's what you need to be watching.
All right, man. Let's go to our weekly NFL top picks. Yvonne, the floor is yours.
All right. The NFL picks are very close. C leads the way at 38-20. Reek second, 37-21.
Oh wow.
X 36-22.
See,
Keo 35-23, and I'm at 32-26. Yeah, I haven't been great. So
Go ahead.
we're gonna start off with the Thursday night game, an interesting one. Texans at the Jets.
Texans.
I got the Jets. I know I know. See, I said the Jets was. I had my finger on the button and I'm pressing down on it. But no Nico Collins, no Stephon Diggs. That means something to me. It's in New York, correct? I got the Jets. I got the Jets beating them.
The Jets still got Aaron Rodgers. I got the Texans. I got the Texans.
Okay.
Reek.
Oh, this is easy. Like they just lost Stephon, Nico not playing. They relying on Tank Dell. I got the Jets. They gotta win at some point. I got the Jets winning this game.
They gotta win at some point. I agree.
Got to.
Keo.
I'm taking the Texans, man. If Drake May could do it, why can't CJ Stroud can't do it? I'm taking
Drake May
Texans.
ain't do it. Brissett did it.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
All right. The
Break the
Jets have
tie, man. Break
the
the
Jets
tie.
the Jets have to win this game, and they're going to. They finally pull out a big game. The Texans are beat up right now, so I'm going with the Jets in Jersey. All right. Next game. The Cowboys at the Atlanta Falcons.
Ooh.
C wants both of these teams to lose.
Oh,
Who is
I'm gonna take the Cowboys.
Cowboys and the Falcons? This is
I just think that the Falcons, man, when you start picking them, if it's not a division game, it's like the Falcons be tripping sometimes, man. They like lose games. Like when they played Seattle, I was like, oh, the Falcons about to beat the brakes off of Seattle, and they couldn't stop Seattle at all. I think Dallas figures their way out to get this done. I'm gonna go with that Dallas Cowboys on this one.
I'm gonna go with the Falcons because the Cowboys, they don't know what the hell they doing, brother. It's all bad in Dallas, and it all started with the Saints figuring them out, and everybody has followed suits.
Yeah, man, this is an easy pick, man. The Cowboys is basically what the Commanders used to be. They are punch your bag. They stat pad at the end of the games to make their stats look good at the end and try to make comebacks when everybody playing prevent defense. Falcons win easily. Cowboys is done.
That's what
I
they
got-
doing, Reek. I don't be
That's all
watching.
they doing.
I got the Falcons in this game. I'm picking the
Oh,
Falcons.
wow.
I'm with X here. The Falcons are the better team. However, sometimes they'll just trip up when they shouldn't. And the Cowboys need this game more. I'm going with Dallas. Somehow they pull this game off.
I hope y'all are right. Because we're 2 games behind them, even though we're on a 6-game losing streak.
Yeah, y'all done. Anyways,
2 games behind, we ain't done, buddy.
hey, the Bears at the Cardinals. Who we got?
I got the Cardinals. I don't think the Bears are what everybody's hyping them up to be. The Bears got some wins under their belt, but they're not like that. I got the Cardinals. I like the Cardinals how they played this week against Miami. Kyler Murray, them, they starting to figure it out. I got the Cards.
I got the Bears. I know a lot of people didn't like the way Caleb Williams looked at the end of the game. I liked it. I liked him being upset that they lost like that. I liked him being upset that they lost like that. I think he comes out this week and he doesn't leave anything to chance. He doesn't leave anything to chance. He doesn't want to feel that feeling anymore. That's what I always tell my teams. Anytime we lose, I say, hey, y'all like this feeling? All right, then. We don't want to feel like this no more, right? All right, then. Let's go out next week and let's do better. So I think they're going to go out this week and do better. Not leave anything to chance. I got the Bears.
To me, this is the toughest pick of all the games this week for me. But so my decision comes basically off of one team we beat 42-14, the other team we beat 18-15. Give me the Bears.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bears also, especially that disaster that that Stevenson guy did. I'm pretty sure he's trying to fix things. And the Bears offense will continue to click. I got the Bears.
He going
Okay. This is a pick'em game for me, so I'm just gonna go with the home team. I got the Cardinals.
Smart man.
All right, the division game: Lions at Green Bay.
That's tough. I told you, I like both of these teams going into the season. I thought they would have 2 of the best records in the NFL. Both of them have some injuries. Jordan Love is banged up. And Malik Willis has played well for him, but I just gotta think that the Lions have too much explosive players in there. I'm gonna go with the Lions.
David Motley.
I got a bunch of them. You would think I was bald
It's in
headed.
Green Bay or it's in Detroit? I'm sorry, what you said?
It's in Green Bay.
Ooh, that's tough. I may switch that pick. That's one I might switch, especially if Jordan Love plays.
I
It
don't care.
says
I don't
they
care.
said he's going to be questionable.
Uh-huh.
I
Plays
don't
my
care if
fantasy
Jordan
quarterback.
Love play. I don't care if Brother Love play. I don't care if Reverend Lee Anthony Love play. I got the Detroit Lions because they are the best team in football right now.
Every time you say that, something happens crazy the next week.
You're
We
right.
gonna call this the 3 L's, the Lambeau Leaping Lions, because they gonna be scoring all day, all night. I don't know what time the game is on, but they gonna be scoring all day, all night, on offense and on defense. Because Jordan Love gonna be giving that ball up by throwing it, or either Malik Willis gonna be giving that ball up by fumbling it. This is an easy win. Green Bay is not who you thought they is. Lions, easy work.
Keo?
I got Lions also, man. I'm not sure how healthy Jordan Love is gonna be. When Jordan Love don't play, Jaden Reed struggles. And they can't rely on Josh Jacobs. That's heavy work. And it's gonna be tough to stop the Lions. I got the Lions.
I got the Lions too. I think Love is going to be out, so I'm going to go with the Lions. Also, Danny, Seed told us he was at the barber today. He's the only guy that gets a haircut and still wears a hat the same day. Maybe I don't know what.
Yo, Ivan is so crazy, yo. Something wrong with box office for real, yeah.
It just don't make sense. See, come on, man. You got a nice fresh
Hey man, hey bro, I'm celebrating the win by my Yankees.
Yes.
Why do y'all even like them? I don't get no whatever.
Because we don't have no team in Louisiana.
Exactly.
Who
Exactly.
you got?
And if y'all did, and if,
how fresh your boy is.
and if y'all did have a team
Boy is,
there,
I can show you.
and if y'all did have a team there, they would stink like the Saints.
Hey, one thing I know though, one thing I do know is we root for the teams that's in our state. You don't root for nobody in Virginia. Nobody.
Yeah,
Is he from
F them
Virginia though?
losers.
Are you from
What?
Virginia?
I live in Richmond, Virginia.
You're from there though?
Since I was 7, yeah.
Oh, okay. But yeah, you from there pretty much.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
from there. He's from there.
we got no professional teams. What am I going to root for?
Hey,
The
but you
Reds?
haven't root for their colleges. You
and
graduated
you
from VCU and you know
I do root for VCU basketball. We don't have football.
Hey, who you
So-
like more? You like them or Duke?
VCU.
Oh, okay. Shake my hand. Shake my hand.
I
I'll
done
give
known
you
box
credit.
office about. I've known box office at least 10 years now. Never ever heard him once say anything about VCU basketball.
There's nothing to say. There's nothing to say.
All right.
He only talks about them during the tournament if they make it.
Why not the Cavaliers in football or the Hokies?
I just didn't have any influence coming into the States. My parents didn't even know where the hell Virginia Tech was. I didn't have that influence. You feel me?
Okay.
So it's like when you don't have that influence and you're a foreigner, you turn on your TV, you start watching it, you're like, man, I like this guy, Vince Young. I'm going to just root for them, and I stuck with them. So it worked out for me, though, because VCU doesn't have a football team. So, hey, whatever. All right. Anyways, next game. It's my favorite team. Speaking of my teams, the Colts at the Vikings Sunday night game.
Oh, bro, I got the Vikings. What are we doing, man?
Hey, this is a different team with Flacco.
Hey, they are different with Flacco, but they're not better than the Minnesota Vikings. Jealous, baby. Big LSU. I got the Vikings.
I got the Vikings, bro. Vikings, they shouldn't have lost to the Rams. And it looked like it was going to be a great game at the beginning, but the Rams just pulled off at the end, man. But I think they pissed off. I love it when a team's coming off of a loss. I think they're actually going to step their game up and come out there on fire. And I don't think the Colts are good like that. So I'm gonna go with that, man. I'm gonna go with the Vikings.
First,
Hey,
before I answer the
man.
question, Danny Myers, go get Luck. Stay away from that man, sir. Please. I do not want
Yeah,
your career to end.
yeah.
Please, I don't want your career to end.
Lux ain't ready. Fuck him
Hey,
up, Danny.
man.
Like, come
Hey,
on.
man.
Let's.
This
I want
for
your.
my brothers up north
Danny, you my
getting
boy.
full
I
on
don't
that
want your
Jack
career to
back.
end like that. Stay away from him, please.
Hey,
I gave you
hey.
fair warning.
Let's finish with the picks, man.
All right, my
This
bad, my
for
bad.
my
Back to the
brothers
picks.
up north getting
Back to the
full on
picks.
that
Back to the
Jack
picks.
back.
My bad, my bad. I actually think this is
Keo,
gonna be a
Keo
very,
says
very
pull up. Keo says Fit, hurry up with the picks. He's the one posting Danny's comments on here.
right.
Go
Like,
ahead.
what you want me to not to respond on Danny Myers? Nah. I got this actually is a good game actually too. I left this one. I forgot about this one. This is actually a very good game. I think I'm the opposite of what C said. I feel like that Minnesota is slumping a little bit, and I think being that they don't have no real true quarterback, like Sam is playing amazing this year, but it ain't like they got Mahomes coming off back to back. Then I'm like, yeah, they about to come in here to tear it up. I don't know right now about them Vikings. Maybe I think they might. Their defense looking shaky. I don't know, but I am gonna take them as the better team right now. But it ain't to me. This is not an easy game to pick. I wouldn't be shocked if the Colts win, but I'm gonna take the Vikings.
Oh, and I
Keo.
think TJ Hawkinson's coming back too.
I got the Vikings in this game. Yeah, Vikings.
I'm gonna go with the Vikings because I think that the Colts are catching them at the wrong time. They're slumping and they need a rebound. And I think that the Colts are just stepping in that stadium at the wrong time. We are better with Flacco, and I expect this to be a one possession game near the end. I really do. I think you're gonna see a solid Colts team that actually can complete curl routes and screen passes. So
Hey, Yvonne. I am rooting for Jonathan Taylor. Let's go, JT.
me too.
Hey, real question, right quick. I have in one of my fantasy leagues, I have Jonathan Taylor on my bench. I'm starting Henry and Mixon, right? So in my flex, it's an OP, and I have Derek Carr coming back. I have Derek Carr coming back, and I'm basically debating between him and Jonathan Taylor.
I would go Taylor. I don't like when quarterbacks come back off of an injury, even if they're playing Carolina, Danny. The reason is because I think players are actually rusty when they haven't played in a while. So I actually think that Carolina New Orleans game, I expect New Orleans to win, but I think it'll be closer than most people think because I think Carr will be a little rusty.
It ain't that no damn Russ.
I say start Carr, man. I done seen Bo Nix look like an MVP against these boys. Like, go ahead and start. And whoever's playing against the Panthers, if you got them, start them.
I go Jonathan Taylor.
Me too. Speaking of Jonathan Taylor, I just acquired him in the NBS league.
Cheating.
Woo!
I should have voted down.
All right, Monday night game. Bucks at the Chiefs.
Oh, I got the Chiefs. What are we talking about? I don't care. The Bucks are just too beat up. Evans out of there. Godwin's out of there. They're not beating the Chiefs without those two guys. I got the Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. The Bucks are way too beat up. I got the Chiefs.
I got the Chiefs.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
see.
I got the Chiefs
Fuck
also.
the Bucks.
We all
I
got the Chiefs. I got the Chiefs. Hey, that's something to talk about.
All right, man. Well,
That's it.
that's the picks, man. Let's wrap things up and go to our shout outs now.
Hey, shout out to Danny, man. Danny, man, look, you know you my brother, man. But listen, man. Be careful what you ask for, my guy. You know you my brother. It's all love. But Loaded Lux is different, man. Surf can tell you about that. Reek, my man. What up, Reek, my man?
Luck. Big stage 3-0. Big stage 3-0.
My bad, Reek. You know
It's
you're my
all
brother.
right. It's all right.
But
Bro, Russ is bun.
I just want to say on behalf of the MBS team, happy Halloween. Y'all stay safe out there. And then I won't be on. I will be on next week. But before I go on, my birthday is coming up, man. So Happy birthday to me, man. That's
Hey,
what's up, man.
hey, guys! Really quick though, you guys could say if you want who will win the 2024 election coming up next week.
Ooh.
Like Lamar Jackson says, trust Trump.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I actually had somebody reach out to me, somebody I know, and I was, I'm gonna just speak on it. He asked me about one of my homeboys. He asked me about the Nick Bosa situation when he went on TV and basically had the Trump hat on. He was like, "How you feel about it?" I was like, "I have no issue with that. I have no issue with that. At the end of the day, I believe that he can do that. My only pushback I would say is why he didn't talk about it at the press conference. If he felt that way, talk about it. Talk about it. At the end of the day,
It's
stand up for what you
embarrassing.
believe in. I can sit here and say that people like I forgot my girl's name. She told LeBron, "Shut up and dribble." I can't remember her name. If LeBron
Trump
can
said
stand up
it.
for things that he believes in, and people can stand up like Kaepernick, I have no issue with you bringing religion, politics, whatever you feel that passionate about it. Do it. So shout out to Nick Bosa, man. As far as who I think is gonna win. I'm gonna be real, man. I think Trump's gonna win.
All right.
You want to go, Keo?
I do think Trump is gonna win. Also, I think in my opinion, no offense to how anybody else feel, I think a lot of things favors towards Donald Trump. I've seen a lot of projections that people have showed that it leads towards Donald Trump right now, and I think he's gonna win most of the swing states. Man, I got Trump.
I think both of them suck.
Come on, man.
Not
President
who
Y'all
you
Trump.
would
stop
root
tearing each
for.
other down because of an
Not
opinion.
who you'd vote for, but who do you think is going to win?
I
Yeah,
am.
that's what
I
I'm
was on
voting
my
on.
way.
I'm voting on who I
Y'all
think is gonna
started
win.
laughing. I was gonna give y'all my answer.
Go ahead.
Jeez. They both suck. Save your money. Save your money because you're gonna need to lock your doors and everything and get what you need because purge is gonna end up being a legal thing in real life because both of them suck. And I think Trump is gonna win somehow. Well, I think he's gonna win, and we're all screwed regardless. So, God bless America. We're screwed.
Man, all right. So, of course, I got Kamala. But I will say this: that Trump has a very good chance. Not based on those biased polls that are out. Just because I do know one thing, man. I hate to say it: black people don't go out to the polls, not like they should, right? And I've been hearing all this stuff about black men. Black men don't like Kamala and all that other stuff. That's just one thing that they say, and they say it enough that people start believing it. I don't believe that. I believe that if the black turnout is like it should be, that Kamala will win. But I'm not so sure of how that's actually going to turn out. Polls don't really reflect actual voting. So right
I'm not
now,
turning out. I'm one of those.
see,
Hex, are you turning out?
Hey, man. I think I am gonna vote. I am gonna vote.
Okay, you don't have to say who, but I wanted to see if C hates you like he hates Rico.
Hey, one thing about me is I'm actually opposite of what most people do in America. I actually, at the end of the day, bro, I don't try to tear down either candidate. Like at the end of
Right.
the day, that's their policy. That's what they believe, and I'm gonna vote on who I think is gonna be best for the country. I have no ill will towards either side.
listen, my automatic action is never to tear anyone on earth down. I just don't like if you try to tear down my candidate and your candidate is so much worse.
Start it up.
Uh-oh,
That's all
it
I'm
might be
saying.
all. Hey,
If you have,
shout
Who you
out to y'all,
talking
but
about?
I'm not staying on here all night messing with
if
y'all.
you that's
I
that's
got work
my
in the
only
morning.
thing.
Who
That's
you
the same
talking
thing.
about?
I'm just the same thing as with sports. If you're gonna talk about the Saints and your team ass, come on, bro. You can't do that. You can't. The Saints will beat Texas. I bet you that. Since we talk
Texas better than LSU.
Don't do that. Don't
Go
do
ahead,
that.
go ahead, Yvonne.
I mean, I think Trump's going to win. I'm looking at the betting markets. Actually, the line, if you actually believe in Vegas, Vegas is doing this with the election. They're following the numbers. They actually think Trump is going to kill in this election. Like, actually, the odds are going more towards Trump's favor every minute. And I've never voted. This is going to be my first time voting. And in 2020, I actually had no clue who would win. I thought legit it was 50-50. I even ran a poll on my Instagram story, and I can still find it to this day. I think it was like 52-48 Biden or something like that. It was actually very close. I actually think Trump, based off the betting markets, is actually killing it the more the days go by. There's 7 swing states, I believe. He's leading in 6 of them right now by the betting markets. So to me, I think he's actually going to run away with this election because of the swing states. I really do.
You know, I think maybe y'all even probably talked about this. I don't know for sure, but I think y'all should. I'm just gathering because I don't know who. I kind of know where C's going with it, but I'm kind of I know where Keel's going with it. But I think y'all should do a show based on this and give the people the information.
Hey, I've been calling it out the whole time. I've been calling both these boys out for weeks.
I think though, low key, and I'm not trying to say come on here and argue. I'm not saying that. I'm saying for somebody, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't know politics like that. I don't know as far as I just know certain things that I do stand for as a man and certain things I don't stand for. So I can't tell you the ins and outs about everything, but I'm more than I would definitely tune in if y'all would do a show like that.
I actually am going to follow up with X here. I'm a lot like X actually. I don't know a lot of politics. The way I'm voting though is I'm voting who is more common sense. Like X said, for me as a man, what do I believe in more? So I'm voting for the more common sense party in my eyes. And that's it. Like to me, that's the way I'm voting. Like who fits what I believe in more, and what's more common sense? What makes more sense to me? That's the way I'm voting, and that's it.
That's why I want y'all to do it because I can tune into something, and automatically I can turn on the channel and I can be like, oh, they're biased towards one side. With y'all, I know that y'all genuine on how y'all feel, and I would love to hear, why you feel the way you feel. See, why the way you feel, Keel. I want to hear those things because then I can make a true assessment on maybe what I should do.
They biased. They biased. Don't get all 3 of them is biased. Don't get it twisted.
No.
They all biased as hell.
Here's my thing. Y'all said common sense. Common sense, right? Cool. Common sense is cool. But what is being a president about? It's about policies. Policies for the country as a whole. So what I believe may not be best for what's the country, for the whole entire country. So the policies that best reflect what's good for the entire country is what I vote for when I vote for a president. Now, the other elections, that's where the real change happens. The other elections. But policies for the United States as a whole is who you vote, you base it on the presidency. It's a lot of stuff that I just don't agree with Democrats on, but mainly their policies I'm in line with.
So and you don't have to answer. Nobody has to answer anything else. I'm really trying to get enlightened right now because I know y'all argue about everything. I'm pretty sure y'all argued about this in the chat. Y'all had 1,000 notifications, but you're more Democrat, Yvonne. I don't know about Yvonne. Keel, you're more Republican.
You know about Yvonne.
No, because Yvonne said they didn't vote. This is the first time he's voting. That's what he just said.
He locked in this time then.
Well, he's literally read 0 of the chat. But I actually lean Republican for sure. There's actually stuff I actually agree with Democrats on. I'll say for one thing, right? I agree more on Democratic side with guns. One thing I actually do not care for is guns. If it was up to me, let the military and the cops only have it. If that is literally me. I do not care. Like my parents have never owned a gun in my house. You come to my house right now through the window. We have no guns to shoot you with. We do that's one thing. And my dad was in a war, so he had an AK-47 in a war. But we don't believe in that being in the house. That's just kind of goofy to us. You know why? Because where we come from, like people showing up at your door, robbing you, this and that. That's not logical, and that never happens. So we never see that as a reason, right? So to me, I actually am on the Democratic side when it comes to. I don't care for it. Like I feel like Republicans and rednecks specifically, they lose their minds. Oh my God, I need the right to bear arms. I'm like, bro, I don't care for that. So to me, I'm not all right. I just think that the way I'm raised conservatively and all that, and y'all know certain topics we've talked about on this show. I lean right on, and I will never change my mind on certain things. So I'm not completely right, but I lean more right.
Now,
I hear
Reek,
you.
would you say that you like more like independent?
So me, I've only voted once in my life, and that was the last election. That's the first time I ever voted, and I was like, I'm never doing it again. And I didn't vote for nobody that could have win. I did I don't know if you know, it's people that's on the ballots that
Uh-huh.
no one talks about. Because I don't really, to me, it's like picking the best ugly girl of all ugly girls. They all suck. I don't want that. So to me, they all lie. To me, like literally, like my life is anything I really want. By a person-wise friend, wife, whatever. I gotta trust you. I don't trust either. So why am I putting so much into what happens with them? I don't trust none of them. So that's how I came. I felt like I let myself down 4 years ago by actually voting. I did it because people were saying we fought to vote, and I'm like, all right, you right. We did fight for the right. So I'll just put a vote in. But I'm like, for what? At point, I'm literally not gonna vote for nobody that matters if I go vote. So to me, it's like, what's the point? My vote don't count if I'm not voting for any of the too many people.
And I swear I'm asking this just because I want to be enlightened. I think I'm more of
Yeah,
an independent. I don't vote based on a Republican or Democrat. I just want to see like certain things I just hear. And I'm like, but y'all can definitely educate me. I'm more than willing to come on the show and listen or even stand in the backstage and listen to
I
y'all.
would love to
Because I
listen.
think y'all make it interesting.
I do. I've been saying it for like 3 weeks. They'll tell you I've been saying for 3 weeks they need to do a show. I think it'll get the most live views that NBS has gotten live because this is obviously it's a big thing right now. And I think they all make great points. All three of them make great points of why the person they're going for should be the next president. So I think this would be great. And I would love to just be here to hear y'all. So I
Yeah,
can't
what
wait if
you
y'all to do it.
thinking?
Um,
You would do
no-
it?
yeah, of course.
Okay.
And I
Okay.
know
But I would
I
want, what I would want to do this. I would want y'all to come with that same nonsense y'all actually come with in the chat. Don't get on here and get all politically correct. And
Agreed.
I would want,
Agreed.
I
They
would
be
want y'all
talking
to keep that same
spicy?
nonsense.
They talk
They
spicy?
talk
Well,
ridiculous.
see, X, if you actually read the chat, you might change your mind because y'all over here get offended when I say Redskins. If y'all let me talk politics, y'all gonna lose your mind. Y'all gonna want to cancel me off.
Well, first of all, me and you had that conversation off air, and like I told you, I can say it on air because I'm not gonna back off. My thing is, I know, and I'm pretty sure Reek and C know, there's some people that'll let you slide with saying the N word, and then there's some people that don't tolerate that at all. My thing is this: if it's derogatory towards any group of people that or feel some type of way with you using the term redskin, I just feel like you shouldn't say it if it's offending them. Because I'm not out here to offend you as a Croatian, anybody that's a black man or a black woman, Q as an Asian. Like I'm not on here and that's just not this show in real life. If you
Right.
be like, nah, X, we don't say that in Croatia. Like that's disrespectful to Croatians. And let's say Antonio told me, X, that doesn't matter. You can say that all you want. But if you told me that, I'd be like, nah, I'm not gonna say that because I don't want to make him feel some type of way. And I've seen you absolutely right. There's some people that say using the term redskin is honor. But I have seen some interviews where people say it's derogatory. So for me, I'm not gonna say that. And I've said that to you off air. I told it to Keel. And any terminology, whatever the terminology, even a woman, I don't go around calling girls bees. Now, when I was young, I did. I'm not gonna try to sugarcoat it for the camera. When I was young, I used to wild out and say a lot of stupid stuff. But now I just wouldn't call a girl a bee. I wouldn't call out her name. I won't do that. So that's the only reason why I say we shouldn't say it. But look, you're your own man. You do what you want to do.
But see, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I actually, and maybe you should send me some clips. I have not seen a single Native
I
American
got you. I'm gonna send you
say
one. I'm gonna send
that
you one.
that they say they're actually offended. Everything I've read, they've taken surveys, they've done everything. they've literally said no. The actual Redskins logo, the chief of that, his family actually wants that name back.
I
So
put it
it's
to you like this: if the survey wasn't 100%, that means it's a certain percent that doesn't agree with it, though.
Right. And
And
that's
the
what
survey
I'm
wasn't 100%.
Here's something I learned a long time ago in radio. You know what? The people that you know are this much percent of the world. All right,
no.
this much percent of the world. People will tell you. I remember when I first started in the radio, everybody was telling me, hey, all my friends, everybody I know, they was like, oh man, they need to put you on full time. You the best person on that radio station, best person on that radio station. But guess what? I ended up getting fired from that radio station because no, I was not the best person on that radio station, but everybody I know told me I was. Everybody I knew told me they listened to me. That's the only reason why they listen to the radio station. But numbers show differently in the way that I acted and started carrying myself because everybody I knew, that little small group of people I knew, had me feeling like that was the truth. And it's just simply not the truth. The world is way bigger than that little circle of people that you know or that little circle of things that you've watched.
But I wasn't going off of anybody I know. I was just looking up stuff and looking up interviews, looking up surveys, everything. So I'm not meaning to be disrespectful, but also it's like, that we went on, I don't know when the Redskins started, but until like 2020 they were the Redskins, and then out of nowhere one day we're gonna be like, oh wait, that's offensive. Like if it was actually that offensive, why did we not realize that before 2020? Like I just feel like it was this woke movement that was like, all right, let's focus on this. I mean,
have you just are you a brand new person? Do you know what are you a brand new person on this earth? Don't you know that everything that has been wrong has been going on for years, and now people are just now trying to start doing stuff about it?
But it's not even a woke movement, though. That's the part that's crazy.
But I'm just saying, like, I legit have not seen people say they're offended. I just said, I mentioned the chief. Like, I have not seen people saying, "Wait, that's offensive." That like actual Native Americans. Like,
so the key thing. This is the key thing, though. So you said a survey. The survey didn't say 100% of them. It said it was like a certain percent. So that's like, let's say 70%. That still means 30% is offended. So to X's point, it's still a percent of people that is offended. So why even use it? Even if the percentage is more that they're not, it's still a percent that is.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Even if it was like 5% like Croatians, like let's say it was a terminology. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit there and act like I know. But there was a terminology in Croatia that 5% of y'all viewed as disrespectful. I wouldn't walk in your house, and there's some Europeans that's okay with me walking in with my shoes, I'm pretty sure. But you've told me when you walk into somebody's house, you take your shoes off. Have you not told me that?
Yeah.
Guess what? Every time I walk into your house, I'm taking my shoes off out of respect for you. That's just the way I am. But I'm not knocking you. At the end of the day, bro, God bless you. You your own man, bro.
Bro,
I get y'all's point too. I just haven't seen enough examples. All I'm saying.
I
feel this way about probably everything, even religion. For everything that you think, there's somebody that thinks totally different, and that's going to be offended by how you think. For everything, I can't think of a subject that is different that I can say that is different from that. From sports to religion to politics, there's going to be somebody that's going to be offended or that feels the opposite way than you do.
And see, I'll say this to end it. I know we're just carrying on about different things, but my thing, we can agree to disagree, and we can have disagreements. I'm okay with that. By all means, we can debate. But when it crosses the line as far as disrespect towards you as a person, that's where I kind of draw the line. I'm like, okay, I'm not trying to disrespect you. If you felt disrespected, let me maybe chill out on that.
And Keo not woke. He kind of sleep.
But shout out to y'all, boys. Hey, I didn't plan on us talking about none of this stuff, but shout out to y'all for even being open about talking about this. And I would love for us to do the election. If y'all want to do that, y'all let me know. Happy Halloween from the Nbs brand. Your boy, I can wear my costume now. Me and my sons. Hey, look for it. I'm Joe Torre. My sons are Aaron Judge and Derek Jeter. We coming, baby.
I don't think you want your son's Aaron Judge the way he's been playing.
Hey, watch your mouth now. We're not doing that. We about to make history. We coming back from 3-0.
Go ahead, man. Finish the shout outs.
I'm done. Happy birthday to me, man.
Hey,
man.
man.
Go ahead.
Shout out to Keo, my brother of destruction. We beat up on the Hardys. Reek was the special guest referee. That's just what we do. That's what we were for Halloween and every Tuesday on this show. We just beat up on the Hardys. You know, well, actually, they're the Dudleys. We threw them through their own tables. That's what we did. We threw them through the tables. So yeah, shout out to Undertaker over there, Keo in the San Jose. But he's still the only guy that gets a haircut and wears a hat the same day. I can't believe this guy. He can't wait for his Saints to play the Panthers. How crazy. Anyways, looking forward to next Wednesday. Well, I'll be back. Can't wait. And y'all Saints and LSU better not lose on the same weekend again. This is getting bad for y'all.
Hey, we off this weekend. Calm down.
You already know, man. Shout out to the whole NBS team. Happy early birthday to you, X. You already know. Turn up, enjoy yourself. Happy Halloween to everybody. Be like they said, be safe. I enjoyed my half of the show. I got to catch up and jump on with y'all. I always enjoy when I get the chance to get up on here with y'all.
All right, man. You know me, man. My shout outs always go to my family. Hunter Morgan, Tori, Christian, Ali, and Elwood. Daddy, love y'all. I'll see you in just a second. To my beautiful wife, Latricia, I love you too. I'll see you in just a second. And the Peps babies, Marcel Carter Bryant and Azaria Grace Bryant, Peps grandbabies. I'll see y'all in just a second. Even if it's just on my screensaver. Hey, Sports Junkie, X, happy birthday. What we doing, boy?
Hey, man. You know, I don't know, man.
We
Your
going
boy
to
in
get
school
toe
getting
up?
his
We
masters
going to get
right
toe
now,
up? We
man.
going here to the strip club? What we doing?
Nah, man.
Yeah,
You know,
X,
I'm older
don't
now,
be sober,
man.
man. Come on now.
So, we bringing So Official back for a night? What's happening? What's happening? What's
All
happening?
right, man. Shout out to X. Happy birthday. Shout out to Yvonne, Reek, C, Nbs Show, man. Happy Halloween to everybody. Make sure you go subscribe to the Nbs channel. Subscribe to Reek's channel, man. STP Bowl Sports Podcast, man.
I'm
With that
coming.
being said, we'll see you guys next time, man. Nbs Show. We out.
Shut up.